Hello, my beautiful little Moglets. Today we are talking about acoustic treatment. These are what these panels are supposed to do. I guess if we get a little bit closer to them, you can hear that my voice gets a little bit, wow, it's a little bit too close. But yeah, over here it's a little bit more echoey, you know. So yeah, these are meant to reduce echo. I don't know if I have enough of them to actually reduce it that much, but we're gonna be doing some tests. 3 types of acoustic treatment. These panels, they were pretty cheap actually. I think like 40 euros for these 24. Might get another 24 because at the moment it doesn't sound like it does enough for the echo, but definitely something. We're also going to be looking at this thing here. It's supposed to go on the microphone over there and sort of shield you. We can get a little bit closer here. Again, it's a little too close, but yeah. And finally, an actual bed. So my girlfriend actually suggested this for the echo, and I was like, what the heck are you talking about? It's a bed, what's that gonna do? And it's just gonna clutter my room and everything. And that actually worked the best out of everything. So I should just listen to her more often, I guess. But regardless, I actually don't really want a bed just laying up against my wall, but yeah, that did help a lot. Actually, so in the living room we have a lot of furniture and it sounds actually a lot less echoey out there. But yeah, so I sit here talking to the microphone pretty much straight ahead at the monitor, and I don't really know how sound waves work and everything, but I assume like when I'm talking to the monitor it's gonna like bounce. That's why I kind of have them behind me, sort of, if that makes sense. Also one there, but I don't have any on this wall really. Just yeah. Also, if you think about getting some of these, so what I did to mount them, I have a piece of like big construction paper here that these are glued onto. We're renting an apartment, so obviously don't want to do any big damage like gluing them directly to the wall. So they're sort of glued, sort of not really glued, but whatever. I just used some spray glue. It was pretty easy, somewhat fast done. I got some spray glue on my arm and that was pretty bad. Also some on the floor, and then I kind of touched it with my fingers and that was pretty annoying as well, but you know, whatever. I recorded the process of putting this together and everything, how I actually stuck them to the wall. If you can see that here, this is some weird substance, feels like gum. Yeah, it doesn't do any damage to walls either. Let me see if I can find it out here. Yeah, this stuff, Patafix. So yeah, it's kind of like some kind of weird clay stuff. You just take a little ball from those and then I've had a couple panels fall already, so it's mostly meant for like posters, and these are a little bit too heavy, but as you can see, I kind of hooked it around to the outside, which has seemed to help it stay up a bit better, but I probably will eventually just get some thumbtacks, you know, that'll hold it up for sure. And the holes are rather tiny as well. All right, but yeah, let's go ahead and start with the sound comparisons between 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna do all the sound comparisons with that microphone about 5 to 6 inches away from it, how I usually record. So there's no variables. I think that's the most important thing when it comes to comparisons, is having as little variables as possible. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Test, 1, 2, 3. This should be the most echo you ever hear because the room is empty, no bed, no foam, no microphone shield, half circle thing. So this will be pretty much the reference point which you can compare to with our other types of acoustic treatment that we're going to be trying. So here it is. Test, 1, 2, 3. This is a test with a microphone. Personally, I can hear tons of echo still in the room. It is currently empty except for the microphone shield half circle thing. I don't know exactly what they're called, but it's from Newer. So I guess we'll see if it works. Personally, I can still hear a ton of echo. I'm about 5 to 6 inches away from the microphone. Here I am quite a bit closer. If there's much less echo in the actual recording, that would be cool. But at the moment, I'm not too hopeful. Test, 1, 2, 3. This is the test with the foam on the walls and nothing else. Test, 1, 2, 3. This is a test with just the bed on the wall opposite of where I'm speaking. I put it behind me instead of in front of me because I have a large monitor in front of me, which I assume the sound waves will bounce off of and go pretty much behind me. I don't know anything about how sound bounces, but that would seem kind of logical. For my own personal ears, this seems to be by far the most effective so far. I don't know how that's going to translate into how it sounds in the microphone, but it sounds pretty normal, almost no echo for my ears, just with a standard, not super thick bed on the wall. What I can say straight off the bat is literally the bed has been so far and by far the best thing for acoustic treatment, which is pretty crazy because I can still hear plenty of echo even while recording. I don't know how that's going to translate to in the microphone, but typically it's going to be almost the same. So if you got a spare sort of foam mattress bed thing, use that and you don't need anything else. Or maybe I'll just get some more foam. I don't know yet, but pretty crazy. So now we'll do some quick comparisons. I don't know exactly how this is going to turn out because I'm just recording right now. But just to quickly see the differences between one and the other. Test, 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 test. But from what I can say right now is I don't recommend this microphone shield thing. It doesn't seem to help almost at all. The foam seems to make an okay difference, but I think I need more of it. I think it's recommended to cover like 40% of your room, and I probably have about 5 to 10%, and that's how I'm currently speaking, so you can probably definitely hear some echo. But regardless, that will do it. Make sure to leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Leaving a like if you do enjoy is always greatly appreciated as well. Thanks, as always, for watching, and until next time.